Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, so I'm going to read chapter 17, Like a Rose. I just wanted to bring up this painting. This is a really cool painting to me because the top half is done by me, and the bottom half, like literally top bottom, was done by a roommate that I had named Mary. Her and her boyfriend were living with me for about 2 months or a month and a half, and they were really cool. We got along really, really well, and painting with Mary was really cool too. And we had a lot of the similar styles, which is really, really neat to see. And I think this painting is amazing to see how similar both sides are. It looks like it was just made by one person. I just wanted to show you guys that as well. It was done sometime last month. I just wanted to let you guys see that. So now I'm going to read chapter 17, Like a Rose. Stop it. What's wrong? Just stop tapping on the wall. It bothers me. Okay. I took my jacket and I just left. I don't know why I left. I didn't need space or time or anything. I just left without thought. Outside was colder than I anticipated. I was walking with no direction or goal, so I chose to focus my attentions on colors and a shape, specific ones. I couldn't find the shape I was looking for. In streets of complete simplicity and boredom, I decided to walk out. Leave this place for just a moment. The longer I walked, the further I walked, the more I missed him. I got a feeling that someone was caressing beneath my skin, and I felt a sudden sickness. That's how I feel when I miss him. I continued and I found a new world. In the darkness, I found the shape I was looking for, and I was content. I lied on a bed of leaves in a forest painted with black and lined with silver. I laid there for as long as I could, and nothing happened. Moments after I made my decision to leave, my body got soft, my limbs got weak. I could feel him around me, beneath me, in me, touching me, loving me. My breathing picked up speed and my skin got hotter. I felt heavier. River? Yeah. I feel like a rose within a bed of leaves. So yeah, that was that poem, so to speak. So again, I'll do this every so often where I kind of get a bit more fantasy-like or a bit more like off the topic of this murder and like this whole thing, but more just how Eowyn is feeling inside. For the first book especially, because it is all from her perspective. So this would be an example of one is just like her attachment and her relationship with River and how it does affect her when she's gone, and the certain like little twitches about her. So like at the beginning she said stuff like, don't touch me, like, can you just leave? And now she's just like, oh, stop tapping the wall, I'm gonna walk away. So certain things like that where sometimes she's just nippy. So despite the fact that maybe that first intro of seeing her being not that nice to River doesn't seem that natural, it is natural to me because I do feel like as a girl, or as anyone really, sometimes you're just like annoyed and there's no way to explain it. You're just like, I'm annoyed, could you just leave? So that's like an example of that. So I did write certain things about it on this. So tapping on the walls has always been a bit pet peeve of mine ever since I was a kid, specifically when I was younger. It just pissed me off. I remember telling my siblings if they like touch the walls like that, I don't know, doesn't make any sense. Not really sure why, but I don't like it. And then also I brought up that when she was looking for a color and a shape, I just wanted to imagine a shape with such complexity that it couldn't be found in a city, something that only nature could provide for you. When I was reading, I got a feeling that someone was caressing beneath my skin. I don't know why, but I thought of Hellraiser. Hellraiser is all about like skin and getting into skin and not having skin and wanting skin and ripping it off. I love Hellraiser. Again, I'm a horror fanatic, so that's definitely aspect of me. If it's not Nightmare on Elm Street or Jason, it's Hellraiser or something else. I just love the feeling that I get from the uneasiness of watching a horror movie over any other physical arousal or expression. Like, laughing's dope and all, or being sad or being lovey-dovey, but like being afraid is such a unique emotion. Also, I said so the part about laying on the bed and like feeling him and stuff, I was like, this is a description of what it felt like for me to miss someone and to imagine that they were there with me, and to have them be there with me in somewhat of like a same dimension, like not in that room but somewhere else. So that's where that kind of description came from. It's a little random, but that is how I have felt. This picture, you'll see this picture soon. I'll show you this one later. It's not for Aylin. So yeah, that's everything for that chapter. I did say outside was colder than I anticipated. I wrote that, and I am always cold. Always cold. It's never ending. It will never end. I always have a heater with me or something like that. It's absolutely horrible. It's really weird. And I'll be like, right now I'm okay, but there's times where I'm literally ice cold, and someone will be like, like, stop complaining. And I'm like, I'm dying. But my core will be warm and stuff, but it's usually like my hands, and I'll shiver and stuff like that. I should be in the South. Like, even when I lived in Jamaica, I wore a windbreaker. I'm just always cold, except for when I was like in Clarendon and it was boiling hot and I would just sit and sweat, and that was amazing to me. Also, I had also wrote somewhere, I feel like a rose within a bed of leaves, and I'm like, this is like how leaves protect and nourish plants. So yeah, they do go into the ground and do the whole fertilization process. So I think I'm done with this chapter now. I'm going to go on to chapter 18. Chapter 18 is called Connection with a Stranger. That was a fun little one to write as well. So I hope you guys liked Like a Rose. I hope you guys liked the other one about the glittered playground. And I hope you guys like the one that's coming up. Again, more chill, no murder, anything like that, but just human interaction again. So thank you so much for reading this with me or listening to me. I'll see you in the next video, and I'll change that painting right now. Bye.